back here, I think, well after 2, didn't you? But as your sort of head finally hit the pillow, a sense of relief and that it was a job that you got done and a bit of confidence all round and what you're doing.
No, very proud. Like I said last night, outstanding effort by the players. Really important game for us in terms of the European context because, you saw how the results went last night. A kind of positive result there really sort of helped us in our target. And, thought the lads gave everything on the night. Senior players outstanding, young players as always giving everything they got, and really pleased with the outcome.
You obviously spoke about Solanke and being out for around 6 weeks last night, and when you are at this point of the season, there's so many big games for you coming up. Yeah. Can that push or change or emphasise the need to bring reinforcements in, particularly in that position?
Well, it's all those things are known. Nothing's changed in the last 24 hours. We've known that for a
little bit worse.
But well, I mean, we kind of knew sort of with Dom probably a few days back. I've obviously had a press conference in the meantime, so all these things are known. So nothing changed, the last 24 hours that changes that part of it.
And you've had 13 fit players last night. I mean, you've got a couple more I think you can bring back in, haven't you? But how tough is it?
Not really.
Well, weren't there a couple that weren't registered last night that can play?
No, Jed's still sore from the weekend. He's a doubt for this weekend. He got a knock, so he's a doubt. Pape's still a doubt. Reggie should be okay.
I was going to let somebody else do the injury news.
That's all right.
Yeah, in terms of continuing to operate under these circumstances, how tough is it? Because it doesn't feel like there's going to be many people back in the next few weeks. It just feels like it's almost got to the point of not being unworkable, but being very, very hard to do your job.
It's not about me.
New people arriving.
Yeah, no, I understand the question. It's not about me. It's about the players, and it is getting increasingly difficult for them to maintain performance for sure because they're giving everything, and it's a small group. Look, we should have some light in the tunnel in the next couple of weeks. It's not as dire as, but at the same time, there's always the possibility that when before those guys come back, the loads we're putting on these guys, we might lose a couple of these. So that's always the challenging bit, and that's what we've been going through. It's been 2 months of sort of hard grind for the players, and as I keep saying, just trying to support them as much as we can and help them through it. They're working awfully hard on not just game time, but in between games to recover and give themselves the best chance of putting in the performances that's needed at this level. Obviously our schedule is not going to ease up at all. Like I said, we've got a massive game this week, and we've got a massive week coming in a couple of weeks' time. So, but at the same time, the resilience and the determination of the players to still get out there and perform is a fantastic thing for me to sort of witness, and couldn't be prouder of them.
Nothing imminent, I think, was the line last night. Is that still the case as far as you're concerned in the, 8 hours since we've spoken to you?
Transfer-wise, you mean? Yeah. Nothing really changed.
Morning. You ended the game last night with 5 teenagers on the pitch. Obviously, due to your injury crisis, you've been able to give more young players opportunities. But in a positive way, how has it been working with them and being able to be, this pivotal part? These are core memories at the start of their career that they're going to be able to lean on later on.
Yeah, look, absolutely. I've said before, I think, irrespective of kind of the difficulty we've had in the sort of last couple of months, we've definitely, we'll definitely benefit from the growth we've had from our younger players, absolutely. And, but again, we've just got to be careful with them because, so particularly Archie and Lucas and Mikey now coming back, we can't keep asking 18-year-olds to keep dipping in because the thing about the youth is they will keep going. They don't know how to stop. When you're young, you always want to give your best, and those guys are all giving their best. And to be fair to them, the quality of their performances, I thought Archie was, again, out of position, was brilliant last night. I thought Lucas just worked his socks off for the team. Mikey, he gets an assist when he comes on, and so there's no doubt that we'll get enormous benefit for many years to come, hopefully, with those players, because they've had as tough a start to a career as I can probably remember in terms of their age and what they've been asked to do, whether that's Archie playing in multiple positions or Lucas to come in and become a real impact in that midfield area, or Mikey at 16, 17. So from that perspective, I think it's hugely positive.
And you've got Leicester at home on the weekend. They're 19th, struggling a bit at the moment. Sometimes, though, that's when the teams dig in and they're able to pull up results. What type of battle do you expect on Sunday? Yeah,
it'll be a tough game. As you said, Leicester are in a fight there to stay in the Premier League. And, with those kind of games, that they'll definitely come and try and make it as difficult as possible for us. But, we're in our own tough moment in the league, and we're... being at home, I think, will help us with the crowd. I think they can definitely give some energy to the players, and hopefully with a really good atmosphere, we can overcome the challenge.
And Son, he's now 10th place in the all-time appearances list for Spurs. He's played his 436th game, scored a brace. You spoke about the excellent leadership from the senior players last night. He's a really unique player. He has a great relationship with not just people in his team, but other football players and with the fans especially. How has it been for you to have that type of leader in your squad? Not everyone gets to have that sort of personality in their team. Yeah,
look, I've spoken about Sonny many times. He's, he's outstanding player, outstanding person. He's like the team. He's had to grind his way through the last couple of months. We're asking him to play a hell of a lot, and as attacking players, it's always more difficult because you need that extra sharpness. But he's never shirked the challenge, and like I said, I thought last night we really needed some strong leadership, and I thought particularly early on, him, Matters, Rodri, and Ben in particular, and Decky. They're the sort of five kind of men we've got in the team. The rest of them, I still think, very young, and Richie's only coming back from injury, so it was important that they stood up last night, and I thought they did that really well.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Ange. Just mentioned Richie there. How fit is he to sort of play like maybe game after game after game in this period?
As fit as he could possibly be. We're obviously managing his minutes at the moment. He felt good last night. He got through it, but he hasn't played for a long time, so he's not going to be at his sharpest. Still got to manage that, but the reality is that unless something changes, he has to play.